Welcome back. Today I have a very good video prepared. Very educational. I'm going to be showing you a batch script that literally uses built-in Windows commands to crack Wi-Fi networks. And I'm going to be showing you how to defend against this attack. Because in a world full of cybercrimes, the best way to learn how to defend yourself is to understand the attack. So in this video, after I'm done demonstrating how it works, I'm going to teach you how to defend yourself against this attack so you can protect yourself. And just a disclaimer that this video is for educational purposes only. Don't try this on any network that you don't have permission to ethically test. So with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. So the script that we're going to be looking at today is the Batch Wi-Fi Brute Forcer by the Bat team. These guys can do crazy things with Batch, and this is one of their best tools. Over here they explain exactly how it works, and over here they explain the different type of attacks, and they explain the exact algorithm that they use. So to download the source code, just click on the green code button and then download zip. Then you want to extract the zip archive, go into the folder, and you will be brought to here. This script uses a brute force attack. A brute force attack is when a script tries many different password combinations until the right one is found. The script reads the passwords that it's going to attempt from a file called a password list. You can find the default password list in the BF files folder, but you can replace it with any other list. I have another video where step by step we code our own brute forcer for a Windows login. So give that a watch if you're interested. Okay, back to the video. Now you want to head over into source code, and these are the files. So you might be wondering, how come they end with .cmd, not .bat? And the answer is it doesn't matter. If you have the extension as .cmd or .bat, they will run exactly the same. They are interchangeable. They are interchangeable, and some people just prefer .cmd over .bat. I'm not one of those people though. .bat from the skid days that will always stick with me. So BF files is just the files that the scripts use to run. So colorbox and colorchar, this is actually on their GitHub. This just helps them add color to the program, which you don't actually even need a program for. Watch the multi-tool video if you want to add colors to your batch files without needing to use these. Bruteforce.cmd is obviously the brute forcing script. And before I run it, I just wanted to throw in another quick disclaimer. I'm going to be testing this on my guest network. Do not test this on any network that you do not own or have permission to ethically test it on. This is very important because it is illegal and unethical. So let's run it. If you enjoy my content and want to go a little deeper into the Ebola Man rabbit hole, I strongly recommend that you check out my private community. Over here you can see all of my deleted YouTube videos. You have access to courses, source code, and private files. And you get to hop on a VC with me once a week. You also get access to my Discord server. This is where we have the VCs, and you can interact with the community here, ask questions, learn from others. So yeah, click on the link below if you're interested. Alright, now back to the vid. So like we just saw, the first thing it does is detect your interface card or your NIC, your network interface card, and set it as the interface variable right here. Because believe it or not, your network interface card is actually what you use to connect to networks and do anything related to Wi-Fi. So we got a nice title, the Wi-Fi Brute Forcer developed by Tux. Got this little banner, Black Lives Matter. And down here we see target, we have no Wi-Fi selected so far, and the interface is our interface card. And then it says type help for more info. So I'm going to type help. So help, print this page, Wi-Fi scan, performs a Wi-Fi scan, interface, selects an interface for attack, and attack, attacks on selected Wi-Fi. So we already have our interface selected. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is perform a Wi-Fi scan because we need to choose a target. So press any key to continue, and we're going to type Wi-Fi scan. Huh? So, what?
A few moments later.
So I was looking over the source code and I realized why it crashed during the Wi-Fi scan. The reason why is because I actually have a network in my area that has a blank name. If we look at my networks, it shows up as hidden network, but it doesn't actually have a name. The name is blank. And the script doesn't handle that. So I came up with the solution. Over here, the SSID is set to the variable and it is calling this character finder. But over here, it doesn't handle if it's null. So you can add an if statement. If the current SSID is equal to nothing, so if the name is blank, I'm gonna put some brackets. We're gonna set the current SSID hidden network. And we're gonna add quotes around this and around the variable. We're gonna save this and let's see if it works. Okay, I hope that fixed it, so let's test it out. Oh, and here we go. So with my Wi-Fi card, I get quite a bit of range. We see literally 13 networks. So we see my network here, Ebola guest. This is my network that I own and created just for demonstrational purposes only. And this is what we're going to be testing it on. So we see the index for Ebola guest is 2. So it's asking us to please choose a Wi-Fi 1 to 14. So we're going to put in 2. Enter. And now we see the target is set to Ebola_guest. So we have our interface set, we have our target set, and all that's left to do is to run the attack. So as we saw previously, the command for that is just attack, enter. Now it gives us a warning here, which is actually pretty important. If you connect it to a network with the same name as Ebola guest, its profile will be deleted. So let's say if you're testing this out on your own network, you will have to later on, when you want to reconnect, retype the password and you won't be able to automatically connect. This app might not find the correct password if the signal strength is too low. A good USB Wi-Fi antenna is recommended, which is what I have. Now press any key to continue. So it gives us the percentage, target Wi-Fi. We see the total passwords in the list and it's just trying. So we see it's not very fast, but it is working. And we see which attempt we're on. Oh, connected. So the SSID is Ebola guest, which is my guest network that I'm demonstrating this on. The password ASDF1234, so a really simple password. And attempt is 12. Attack result has been written to Wi-Fi report.txt. So now we know that this officially works. Now, if we go into BF files, now we see a Wi-Fi report.txt, and here we see Wi-Fi brute force results. So as you can obviously see, that was a very simple password, and the more complicated your password is, the harder it is going to be for an attacker to crack your network password. But unfortunately, that is not where attackers stop. Attackers can also use a program called a key combinator or a password list generator, where they could input specific parameters like how long the password is. Does it include specific words or birthdays? Does it use any specific numbers? And it generates a list. And that list is usually more likely to contain the password of the network than just a random password list off the internet. So this tool actually comes with that. It comes with a key combinator. So now let's run it. So we see what is the limit length for creating passwords. So the length of the password. We can input a range. So we can put in 8 to 10, 8 to 11, 8 to 12, or you can just put in a single number. I'm just going to put in 8. And then we see how many passwords will be generated per length. Let's say I'd want to generate 100 passwords. Click enter and it starts generating them. As we see, this is a simple one. It doesn't really give us any specific things that we can add, like certain words or numbers, but we can already choose the length and the number of passwords, which can shorten the attack time and be a little more specific. So now if we go back to BF files, we see passlist_raw.txt, and over here we see the passwords that were generated. And we see that these are a little more random. So it's not just 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, blah, blah. These actually are completely random. And for the long run, attackers would sometimes prefer this type of thing because it's a lot more random. People also try to add some kind of randomness to their network passwords. So to defend yourself against everything that I explained in this video, you just want to make sure that you are using a complicated password. What does it mean to have a complicated password? Try to have it on the longer side. Let's say minimum 8 or 10 characters, maybe even 12. The longer the password, the better. Use different characters like numbers, special characters, uppercase, lowercase letters. Try to randomize it as much as you can. And try not to use any common names, words, or numbers in them. If you're struggling with thinking of a complex password generator on your own, there are many online and lots of free software that you can download that can help you generate and manage these passwords. The one that I personally use is KeePass. This video is not sponsored by KeePass. I have no affiliation with them whatsoever. It's just the password generator and manager that I use. So if you really want something that can generate passwords where you can choose the complexity, but any other generator or password manager that you can find online should also do well. Just make sure you do your research on it. So yeah, you and I covered a lot in this video. Just remember that everything in this video is for educational purposes only. I hope you learned something new, maybe enjoyed it. Thank you for watching till the end. You know I love you. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.